So as a user, you can basically download World app wherever you are. It's an uncustodial wallet. There's many features in there that don't require any identity in that sense, because we use local ramping infrastructure and Uniswap on the back end. So it's a non-custodial wallet in that sense. We already have 500,000 MAUs, so it's already fairly large, but it always was limited to a very small amount of markets. We actually beta tested it. We'll launch this globally, so everyone can download it, everyone can start interacting with it.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Alex Bania, co-founder of Worldcoin. There's been a lot of chatter about Worldcoin. I'm sure some of it has been a little bit, critical, which we can get into. But why don't you, before we get into that, just tell me what your idea was for Worldcoin?
There were two big motivations for Worldcoin. One was the general idea that AI and kind of general AGI will change everything much more than we realize. And that's, at this point, it's like a very obvious statement. 3.5 years ago, it really was not. And something like non-government universal basic income will become necessary at some point. We launch a token by giving ownership in it to every human being, by solving proof of personhood through a biometric device called the orb that you might have seen. And we give access to those two things to the user with an app called the World app. That is a non-custodial Ethereum wallet.
Yeah, and how did you come up with that idea in particular? Who's to say that in the future AIs can't make fake biometric data? Or, I don't know, you tell me, why is this the solution?
So basically the only fundamental way to solve it is that you have to bridge to the real world. You have to measure what it makes to be a human being, right? And so we built a device that does a lot of fraud checks. So at first understands that whatever it is imaging is an actual human being. So there's multiple sensors in there that measure temperature and 3D signature and things like that. And then there's neural networks on the device that check that all of that is actually human. Right, so that's why you cannot just generate computer-generated iris pictures or something. All of this would not work because we would detect that at the first stage.
So is it that I can only get an account if I, register with one of these orbs somewhere?
You basically need to show up in front of a physical device. It's one of these 20 centimeter diameter devices called the orb, which you might have seen. And you basically show up in front of this device, and 30 seconds later, you have your World ID.
Well, how does the privacy for that work? Are you creating a honeypot where hackers could get many people's biometric data?
Yeah, we're not. That's the cool thing. So how it really works is the World ID is separated from your Worldcoin wallet with zero knowledge proofs. So the only thing, if you would have all information you could verify is that a user has verified before, yes or no. Everything else is self-custodially with the user.
And so, I'm sorry, you said that Worldcoin itself hasn't launched yet. So all these people that you've been onboarding, what have they been using exactly, and what for?
They onboarded to a non-custodial wallet, right, where they basically could buy and sell crypto with local ramping infrastructure. They could swap it to other coins. There was an earn program, there still is an earn program in the app. So you can basically learn about Bitcoin or Ethereum and earn a few dollars by completing a lesson, similar to Coinbase does it with Coinbase Earn. And the other thing that is really exciting at this point is that people really start using the app to transact, because we get a lot of users. In some markets, we have in total, there's 1.6 million users at this point, 500,000 MAUs. So it already is the fourth largest wallet. It's gasless if you're verified with World ID, so you don't have to pay any fees. So now that we start growing faster and faster, we actually start seeing these things picking up.